along with Shan S to talk about house dance.
Okay. All right. So, house. Break it down for us. House. Break it down. The origin, where it came from, the music. I'm just going to be translating. I'm going to learn too. So, bits by bits, not too long each section. So.
Okay, you start.
Okay, I'll start. Hello, everybody. House, in order to talk about the dance, you first have to talk about the music. I'll make it nice. I'll do the short version because it's a long story.
咁首先咧 ，Terry 就話咧 ，Brooklyn Terry 就話咧，要講一種舞蹈咧，就一定要由音樂開始講起嘅。咁咧，所以佢話其實講 house 呢一種舞蹈咧，佢想由 house 嘅音樂講起。咁但係咧，佢就好人啲啦，咪知我翻譯有啲困難，咁佢就嚟個簡單嘅版本。Okay, go ahead for a short version.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, house music started in Chicago.
係啦。House 音樂咧就芝加哥度起源嘅。
But it started in Chicago with a guy from Brooklyn, New York, who was brought there to DJ in a club called the Warehouse. His name was Frankie Knuckles.
咁咧就當個起源係點樣樣咧？其實係有一位嚟自 Brooklyn 啊，紐約 紐約布魯克Brooklyn 啦，係啦 ，New York Brooklyn 嘅一位 DJ 咧，就被邀請到去芝加哥一間 club 啊，叫做 Warehouse 嘅去打碟嘅。佢個名就叫做 Funky Knuckles。Frankie Knuckles。
Frankie Knuckles did not play house music. Frankie Knuckles played disco and funk. House music's mother and father are disco and funk.
咁當時咧，阿 Frankie Knuckles 咧，佢就唔係播 house music 嘅，佢就係播funk 同埋 disco music 嘅。其實呢兩種音樂咧就係影響同埋影響咗 house 音樂嘅最大嘅元素嚟嘅。
Shut up. He played disco and funk, and because he was from New York, what was going on in New York in the DJ world was everything that was happening with hip hop, which was new, well, relatively new and sparking. So what he would do is he would run the break back on funk songs and disco songs, and people in the club were like, wow, what is this music?
咁當時其實最流行嘅音樂咧喺美國嗰個年代嚇，其實最流行係一啲hip hop 音樂啦 break beat 咁樣樣嘅嘢嘅。咁但係咧當時佢帶到佢就將呢啲咁樣嘅 beat 咧擺咗落去 funk 嘅音樂同埋 disco 嘅音樂啦，咁令到啲人一聽到嘅時候，咦咁呢啲咁啲咩歌嚟㗎？但係好似幾好聽咁喎，整下就變咗今日我哋聽到嘅 house 嘅音樂啦。
I said all that? Yeah. Okay. So. After that, they would want to search for the music, and they would have to go to the record store. Ooh, record store. Anybody know what a record store is?
買碟嘅地方啦，係啦，要聽呢啲音樂咧，佢就要去到買碟啊，即係講緊捽嗰啲碟嘅地方啦，係啦。
That's the place that you had to go back in the day where you actually had to get off your butt and leave your house to go get music.
係啊，當時係要去買音樂嘅，係啦，而家我哋係唔使買嘅，OK，係啦。
And you had to pay for it.
我要俾錢買嘅，好大隻添嘅。
So they went to the record store and they would request this music that they were playing at this club called the Warehouse. And it just got shortened, and the vernacular became, instead of do you have that warehouse music, it became do you have that house music.
係啦，咁咧佢哋咧呢一班人咧聽到呢啲咁好喺 Warehouse Club 度聽到咁好聽嘅音樂咧，佢哋就諗住去買碟啦，就買隻碟翻屋企自己度聽自己捽啦。咁但係咧去到呢一種咁樣嘅 CD 唔係 CD 鋪啦，即 record store 咧，佢就問人啊，你即係問下咧，本身就有喂你有冇 Warehouse 播嗰啲音樂啊？問下變咗喂你有冇 House 嘅音樂啊咁樣樣，咁所以呢種音樂就變咗 House 嘅音樂啦。
The last part is the last part of that story. All right. Because that what they were calling house music in Chicago at that time was funk and disco. Like they were playing funk and disco, but they called it house in Chicago at that time. People wanted to copy that sound and make music themselves. To make funk and disco is really expensive, and no one had the money. So they would get little synthesizers and keyboards, and they would make the sound themselves. And a lot of the sound that they copied the most was the Philadelphia sound, Gamble and Huff, which is that sound. They would make it on Casio keyboards and Roland 808s, and they would create this music that we now know as house music.
呢個故事發展到最尾咧，就係其實因為咧，咁我哋去到啲 CD 鋪，唔係 CD 成日講 CD，record store 咧，嗰陣未有 CD 啊，record store 嘅時候，佢哋揾唔到呢一種音樂啦，啤聲咁點咧，翻屋企自己整啦諗住。咁但係咧，其實當時佢哋聽呢種所謂嘅 house 嘅音樂就係聽緊我哋嘅 disco 同埋 house 啦。咁但係其實去 produce 去整呢啲音樂咧係非常之昂貴嘅，因為裏邊咧有好多不同嘅，即係可能好多 orchestration 啊。brass 嘅元素好多嘢，需要好多音樂人先至可以做到嘅。咁唯有佢哋點樣咧，就屋企用一個自己嘅 synthesizer， 即係其實電子琴啦，自己想整啲音樂出嚟。咁而呢啲以前嘅舊式電子琴最多嘅 sample 咧，就係啱啱 Brooklyn Terry 整嘅 Philadelphia Sound again。
But house.
Can you play this sound again？ 呢個就叫 Philadelphia Sound 啦，係啦。咁咧，所以咧，慢慢咧，喺呢一個 beat 上面咧，佢哋就加上唔同嘅一啲音樂啦，整下咧就自己整咗 house 音樂出嚟嘅。多謝，好辛苦啊！幫你記住笑話。
Last part. But house dance is from New York City.
OK， 嗱好重要呢句，咁但係咧，雖然 house 嘅音樂咧係嚟自於芝加哥，但 house dance 呢一種舞蹈咧係嚟自 New York City 嘅。
Okay, don't get it twisted. And the first clip I want to show you. The first clip I want to show you. Me and Shannon are actually not in the clip at all. But it's our big brothers from the same crew, from the same family, Mob Top family, me. Mob Top family, members of Elite Force. The name of the video is House of Trey. This is a clip from House of Trey. And this is really the New York City family just dancing and having fun in this video. By the way, I'm not in a lot of things. Personally, I'm not in a lot of things. One reason is because I'm the youngest out of everyone. And I have to go to school.
I guess I'm old now.
Terry Brooklyn Terry 呢度啱啱都提到啦，其實咧 hip hop 同 house 兩者係唔會分開嘅，因為咧通常每一間美國咧喺 New York City 裏邊嘅 club 咧，通常就個喺 hip hop 咧就會轉去 house music 嘅，咁所以咧其實兩種舞蹈都係一個好大嘅關聯嘅。
Yeah, so thank you.
Take it away, Shannon.
Nah, but usually the house dancers and the hip hop dancers always been hanging in the same club. That's why we know how to vibe with each other. We know how to dance with each other because we've been hanging with each other for many years. So the house style is really kind of freestyle feeling where you can have any kind of style of dance that you want to put inside of the house dancing. That's what makes the house freestyle feeling.
先提到啦，其實咧 house dance 咧就 house dance 咧就係一種好 freestyle 嘅舞蹈嚟嘅。咁其實咧將你自己喜歡嘅舞蹈 style 咧，再擺埋入去你嘅 house dance 裏邊咧，就令到 house 呢一樣嘢係好強嘅，係啦，即係亦都好表達到自己嘅。
And so with the house dancing, you really have to try to. I think any dance, you really have to try to understand the music as well because that's what makes us dance. The music makes us dance. So for me, I think in other house dances, we always try to understand the music, and then we try to use the idea that we have from other styles, hip hop, whatever, breaking. I used to be boy too at the time, and I use a lot of stuff that on the floor because I know that I used to do a lot of stuff when I used to break. So I just try to use that and mix it with basic house steps that I know from a lot of old crews that I know, with Khalif and everybody. So this clip that I want to show you. It's just showing you that I really know how to, I understand the music that I'm dancing with. That's why I probably look relaxed.
So when you're taking classes and you're learning from the masters or even your local teachers, the idea is not to look exactly like them. It's to take the dance and make it your own.
呢樣好重要啊！啱啱 Terry 講嘅，相信大家都明白啦。就係最緊要學習咗嘅嘢要有自己嘅 style，唔需要同人哋相似嘅。Alright。
唔該晒。